What's up guys, Cappon.Gaming here with another Skyrim video. This one is an informational video. It is how you can farm in Skyrim and get your level up, get your skills up, and all that jazz. So I sped up the whole video. It is a fairly long video, and if I didn't double the speed it would have been even longer. So first thing you want to do is go to any and all the towns that you have discovered, like fast travel to them. As you can see, I have a lot of gold because I go and I buy all the ingredients for the potions, and I go back to my potion shop thing, my station where you make your potions, and I make a lot of valuable potions, and then I just sell them all. And because I have my stats up high enough, I can invest in people and then sell anything to them. So I sell a lot of these potions. I have so many potions. I don't know if anybody else does, but I get so many potions in this game, and I make them, and that's basically that's the main currency of the game, is you just sell potions. You just sell all your potions. Even if they're worth like $100 each, you'll normally get a whole bunch of them, and they're light, so you carry them all and you sell them all. And I have a lot of gear as well. Now, the main thing you want to do, and I'll have it later on in this video, is enchanting. You have to have your enchanting high, and you enchant a set of armor for specific things, right? And once you get your enchanting high enough, you can put it for 2 effects. And once your enchanting's fully, like at 100, your enchantments are really strong. So as you can see, I'm equipping everything to make potions right now. So my potions are going to be off the charts powerful, really strong. My alchemy is going to be high. Some of it's fortified with magic as well. But basically right now I'm wearing a set of armor that makes my my potion making very high, very, very strong. And I have all my potion ingredients in that one chest, and I picked it all up. So of course I'm very much overweight right now. I'm over encumbered, but I pick it all up so I can make a bunch of potions, and I'm going through all these potions, and these are all potions I can sell. And I was looking for a potion that could possibly increase my my potion making skills. Now the main thing you want to do right here is make potions to fortify health. Look how much that's worth, right? And look how fast my alchemy is going up every time I make one. So you need to farm giant's toes, and you need to farm wheat. That's all it takes, giant's toes and wheat. You take the 2 of them, and you farm those 2, you make a potion, and your alchemy will go up very quickly, especially if you have enchanted items that makes your alchemy stronger, because then you're making potions out of your capabilities, really. And yeah, you saw how fast my alchemy went up there, and each of those is worth a lot of money. So now I have money, and my skills goes up. My skills go up very quickly. The nice thing about this too is you need to farm the giant's toes to get the potions, right? And my favorite place to farm my skills is against giants, because I'll take out the mammoth. Mammoths also have the largest souls, so that works too, right? You're farming their souls for enchanting. This is what I'm doing right here. I have soul trap on my bow. So I'm killing the mammoths because they have giant white souls, I believe it is, or something like that. They have the best souls in the game, and they're the easiest to farm because you just go to wherever the giants are and you kill a mammoth and you get their soul. Don't go for the giant souls. They are not worth it. I forget the sizes. I haven't played Skyrim in a while, but they are not like the giant souls. They're like the greater souls or whatever. They're big, but they're not that big. You want to farm the mammoth souls for sure. And I mean, you can take their tusks if you want, because it's kind of good money too. But the main thing you want is the giant's toes and the mammoth's souls. Right, and then here you go. As you can tell, my block's pretty high, and I have this shield fortified with enchanting, so I'm blocking the shit out of this. And every time the giant hits me, it's just increasing my my block very quickly. So that's another way to farm, right? You'll see I go through all my gear here. My blocks 40% on my arms. I have that necklace that fortifies 10% block gain. Here's all my effects here. So you can see like I'm beyond capabilities when I'm blocking. And I also have my restoration on so that once I get too much damage I can heal myself. And this is where we get down to real business on how to farm. So I'm up on a rock, the giant sees me, but he can't do anything because he doesn't have any range attacks. And you just keep spamming magic, okay? Now the reason my magic bar is not going down is because of my enchanting. I have an enchanted, I think it's gloves, ring, necklace, headgear. All 4 of them are enchanted for conjuration, and my conjuration doesn't get used at all, right? My magic doesn't get used at all because each item is fortified at 25% conjuration. So like the ring, the necklace, each of them does 25% less conjuration magic. So 25 times 4 is 100%. So I use no magic when I'm using conjuration spells. And as long as you're detected by an enemy and you're using conjuration spells, your skills will go up. So this is an easy way to level up. I'm just constantly spamming those dual swords, and it's really cheap, but it works, right? So now I got my alteration at 100 by doing the same thing. You can stand on that rock and cast alteration spells, illusion spells, that's why my illusion's at 100, conjuration, that's why it's close to 100, and then you can take the skills and put them wherever you want. But the main thing you need to do is increase your enchanting. Enchanting is huge. The best way to level up enchanting is to farm those souls for the mammoths. Farm those mammoth souls and just go and enchant everything. Enchant everything you can. Make sure everything you kill, you capture its soul, and you have lots of soul gems. And soul gems you can find anywhere, and just enchant everything you get, and then sell it, and then enchant it, and then sell it, and then enchant it and sell it. And then once you have your enchanting really high, get something good, enchant it well, and keep it, because then then you're set. I also recommend too, like with the armor I have enchanted towards conjuration, it's very light. Like it's not armor, it's clothing mostly. So that way when you're carrying it around, it's not extra heavy. It'll be like fine clothes which weigh nothing, so that way you don't have to carry like 3 sets of armor that are for different things, because you're not really in combat when you're doing this anyway. So I just have clothes on, like I think those are rags on my wrists, and they're fortified for illusion. And yes, my magic's being used a little bit, but at this stage I had done a quest where my magic was like 200% fortified or something, so I was constantly regaining magicka very quickly. And I used that to my advantage, and I started farming at this stage. So this is muffle. No, sorry, this isn't muffle. This is like oak flesh or something I'm casting. So I'm casting an armor spell, and this giant is just bugging out. He is stuck in this tree, and I'm just constantly spamming my spell. So you can see my alterations just flying up there. I level up. I'm only level 37 at this stage, and I think by the time I'm done doing this whole farming session that I was doing, I gained like 10 levels almost. I was sitting here. It's very boring. It's a very long process. But I mean, if you want to kind of buff yourself, this is the best way to do it. Stay in front of a giant who gets stuck somewhere, or get out of his range. Like I'm on a rock right now, so he can't hit me, and just spam these spells. So now I switched to Iron Flesh. I was trying to see which one would increase my magic faster, or my level faster. And as you can tell, I think about here is when that spell or whatever effect I had wore off. Or no, it was because I was using a spell that used too much magic. That's why. So I had to switch back to another one. This was Oak Flesh, which I guess is a lesser spell. And you get a nice rhythm going. And if you get a nice rhythm going and you can keep spamming it, it's great. Yeah, see, fortify magic 100% for 2 hours. That's why I don't know what I did. It must have been a quest or something. And it fortified my magic, so my magic wasn't being depleted, and I was able to spam this. But there is an alternate option, right? If you don't have that effect, like I said, you can go get your enchanting up and enchant clothing, with 4 pieces of clothing for 25% of each magical schooling. So like I said, if it's alteration you want to level up, or illusion, or what's the other one, conjuration I believe, yeah, you can fortify 4 pieces of clothing for 25% less magic to use for each one, and go to town, because every time you cast a spell it won't use any magic and you can just keep spamming it like this. You can also use potions. I mean, if you're, let's say your alchemy's higher, you can use potions. They have a shorter term effect, so I prefer to stay with the enchanting, but you could use potions that you know, change the amount of magic you use for certain spells and stuff like that. So here I try to mix it up. I'm trying to go conjuration and alteration at the same time, and it was throwing my rhythm off. So I was trying different spells, and of course when I switched to a range attack like that, the giant, oh, I figured it out, I'm getting out of this tree. So he runs away, because I guess Skyrim realizes that this is possible to kind of cheese the game. But he runs away and gets like out of range. Kind of clever AI, I guess. So now he no longer detects me, so I have to try to aggro him back to coming towards me. And I accidentally fell off my rock. But that's okay, because I need to aggro him to come towards me, and here he comes. I've got his attention. As you can see, this is the rock. You know, I just jump up on it, and like I said, I'm wearing clothing because the clothing allows for lighter movement. I'm not really in combat, so I don't need the armor, and I'm just trying to level up magic. So, oops, I missed, but that was kind of cool. It was a cool shot. So here we are back at it again. You know, just spamming the magic is what it's all about. And I know this is kind of a long, boring video, but I want to go through it in depth so that people understand, you know. This poor giant's probably just like, what the fuck, man? What are you doing? Why are you just casting these fancy spells up on my rock? I just want to like, destroy you. So there we go, I got another level up. I believe I was a vampire at this stage too, that's why all my stuff's red there and lower. It's sunlight and everything. Just spamming those spells. So when it comes to giants, right, they're the best to farm with. You need their toes, like I said. You need the mammoths that are around them for their souls, as long as you have soul trap. And the magic thing like this, you just sit up on a rock and you keep casting your magic if you have your enchantments up. And on top of that, the blocking and the armor. If you have a high enough armor rating, like let's say you want to level up your light armor, and your light armor rank level, whatever, is pretty high, you can just stay in front of a giant and let him hit you, and your stuff will go up, right? And then, oh yeah, I forgot to mention, once you get to 100, obviously, you can legendary your skill, like I just did there, so my illusion's back down to 15, and you just continue with that. So now I can go back and do illusion spells, and the nice thing is it'll level up even faster, because I'm back down to a lower thing, so I just keep spamming my illusion spells, and I can gain level faster. I was trying to figure out what I want to buy with which perks, because I get my perks back every time you do the legendary thing. So, you know, I switch back to illusion, and now as you can see, I'm leveling up super fast because it's at a lower stage. So my illusion's just flying up there. Here we go again, like stuck on the tree. Back at it, just spamming illusion spells. Muffle is my favorite one. I use it in combat all the time, and it's a great and easy way to level up illusion. Like I was saying with the giants before, they are the best ways to farm. You cast your spells on the rock, you use your shield, then you block, right? You get down in front of them and you just hold your shield up and it'll hit you and it'll level up your block very quickly. Just make sure you're high enough level to take the hit and you're not going to go flying and die. I've made that mistake several times, as you could see in my other video. You want to make sure that you are able to take the hit. And the other thing you can do with that too is your armor. If you have heavy armor or light armor, whichever one you're more suited towards, make sure you have light or heavy armor equipped, not clothing, when you're getting hit by the guy. It will keep you alive and it'll level up your armor rating as well. So if you have light armor on and you let the giant hit you a few times and then you go and heal yourself, which also will level up your restoration, you can do that. It's very dangerous though. You gotta be careful because the giants can one-bomb you, especially if you're lower level. So just make sure you have a restoration spell on hand and you're healing. And you know, if he hits you too much or something, or you're about to die, you know, use a shout or something, get some distance, heal yourself up, and then maybe let him hit you again. Make sure you save often, because as much as you cheat Skyrim, Skyrim will cheat you back. I mean, one time I was doing this farming strategy on PS3, and what happened was the game froze on me after I had advanced about 10 or so levels, like character levels. And after that point in time, I had to redo everything, and it was a real pain in the butt. So make sure that you save often when you're farming, because like I said, as much as you like to cheat Skyrim, Skyrim will cheat you back. Anyways guys, I'm gonna cut this video short. You don't need to see me doing the whole Harry Potter spell casting thing for the next 5-10 minutes. I was originally going to include all the footage of me, just spamming the magic, but I'm pretty sure you get the idea, right? You just sit up on a rock in front of a giant and you continue to cast the spells, right? So again, it's illusion, conjuration, and alteration. And make sure your enchanting's high and go to town, right? It's the best way to cheat Skyrim and get your level up. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please like, comment, subscribe, and if you have any questions, just leave them in the comments below and I will be sure to get to them. Thanks a lot.